Hey everyone, Basic MTB here, and today we're talking gloves. If I can teach you one thing in this video, it's that you don't need to spend a whole bunch of money on special bike-specific gloves. And I'm going to show you a couple of great alternatives so you're not spending a ton of money just for a brand name, basically. So let's go from cold weather to warm weather. When it's in the 20 to 30 degrees, these are the gloves that I wear. These are Heat Lock. I've never heard of the brand before, but they are super warm. When I'm biking in the winter, what I care about most is keeping my hands warm. Once I'm moving, my body, my legs feel fine, but my hands tend to be cold because of all that air rushing over. I actually got these for my wife. I ended up stealing them back, but they're super warm. Not the grippiest, but that's fine for the winter. We'll say this is like the 30 to 50 degree weather. Again, these are not specifically bike gloves. These are just some regular gloves. I like these a lot because they have 5-finger touch phone compatibility. They're relatively lightweight. You got a lot of flexibility with them, but they do block wind really, really well. And they have a little zipper if you want to make it a little more snug around your hand. I don't think they're particularly waterproof, but I don't usually ride in the rain, so that's not a big issue for me. And best of all, these were really cheap. I'll throw links to all of this in the description. Next up, these are probably the best budget gloves you're gonna find, and this is why I really wanted to make this video, was to highlight some really good alternatives to the higher end gloves like Fox, for example. These are just Walmart brand work gloves. I got these 5 or 6 years ago. I looked it up online this morning, and these go for about $7, so you can't get much cheaper than that. And considering how long I've had them, and you can see they're fairly, they're well used, well beat up. 3-finger touch phone. You can see they're already getting a bit worn out, but considering they were, $7 and have lasted multiple years, you can't really complain. Plus, they are padded. There's padding on the palms, and there's padding on the knuckles, which is great if you fall or hit your hand on something. The padding's pretty good. You can see it if I flip it inside out. It's got this foam which has lasted pretty well. And honestly, this is probably what I would recommend if you're just getting into it. They got a little bit of fraying, but once again, what can you really expect for the price? So let's look at something a little, I don't want to say high end, but a little bit fancier, and that's these Fox gloves. And putting it bluntly, I'm pretty disappointed with these Fox gloves. So let's look at these ones first. Right off the bat, the fit is really awkward. The fingers, they're all fine. They're good both in diameter as well as length, except for the thumb. The thumb seems like, these are mediums, the thumb feels like it came out of like a large or an extra large. Like there's all this extra material at the end, and they're simply too big around. And I don't, I have a fairly normal, I don't know, shaped, sized hand, but the thumb on these gloves is just way too big. As far as the construction, it's not bad. This little pad is kind of nice, takes some of the vibration. It's not padded, it's just like a little piece of fake leather, but it's not bad. These gloves are not touch phone compatible though, which is a bummer. This is where the gloves really fail, is this Velcro strap closure. There's just not enough Velcro here to be useful. Basically, you got enough to secure this flap, but that's it. You can't tighten it any more than that because there's just not enough of the hook side. So if I was gonna tighten this so that it's actually somewhat, sealed around the wrist, I've got this big piece here that just hangs off the edge. And it's only, about a 1/4 inch actually on the hook side of the Velcro. Not to mention, this piece, this closure, I don't know, flap, whatever you want to call it, it's very stiff. as you can see, it wants to kind of flatten out. So you have this hard piece of plastic on your wrist. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a very good design. I don't know why they did that. The other pair that I got, which I got the second pair because these ones were such a poor fit and the Velcro was stupid. These ones are a size small to try and fix the thumb issue, and they fit pretty well. They're definitely on the snug side, which I don't mind. That it just means your gloves are really tight. You can really feel what you're doing. And as you can see, they're very tight. I mean, you can see like every knuckle on them, but that's fine. They'll stretch out a little bit. But they have the same stupid Velcro problem. If you look at this, the hook side of the Velcro is way too short. There's only enough space for the little flap to connect on, but as you can see, it's nowhere near actually being functional and tightening around my wrist. If I were to try and pull it tighter, there's no more Velcro there, and it just falls right off. I don't know what the point of this is. It's pretty useless, which is why, as you probably may have noticed, I removed it on the right side. If you take an X-Acto knife, you can cut the little bit of string here, and you can remove the hook side, which I did right there. Then I simply took some scissors and I cut right along there to remove the flap, which is this piece. That used to be right here. I cut it off. So what I ended up with, now I don't have this stiff thing kind of being annoying. It still comes out a little bit. Honestly, that's fine. That doesn't really bother me very much because it's not stiff like on this one. The gloves themselves, the fit is, like I said, is pretty good. They're snug because they're small, but the construction is a bit of a letdown. I've only had these for maybe 2 weeks, so that's like 10 rides. And as you can see, the stitching is already kind of coming out right there. The coloring is off, at least based on the pictures that I saw. The pictures, it had yellow on the outside, like there's on the palms, but the ones that I got, it looks kind of green. I don't know if that's normal. I don't really care. All I wanted was some gloves that fit well, so that doesn't really bother me. But if you're into, color coordination, that might be something to consider. There's a fair bit of fraying already. I've actually already gone around all the edges with the lighter to try and just singe off the bits that are fraying. You can see the thumb. Some strings are popping out there. But yeah, just not that impressed with a name like Fox. I thought it'd just be better. I would be surprised if these lasted the whole year. But I guess if I get 6 months out of them, that's fine. So, quick summary. Don't spend a lot of money on gloves. Go visit Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever hardware stores around you, and just get some decent work gloves. You can get some name brand work gloves for like $15, and they'll probably be much more durable than something like this, which is kind of junk anyway. And that's it. Check out basicmtb.com for some more gear reviews. I'm always working on building cool things, in my shop at home. So I'll post some stuff, some of that stuff on the site too. I just made Instagram and Twitter. I'm kind of new to the whole social media thing, so go easy on me. But if you want to share some of the gloves that you really like, hit me up on Instagram. There's a link to my Instagram on basicmtb.com. Yeah, send me what you're using. Let me know if there's some, if you found some really cool gloves that I should try out. I'm always open to some suggestions. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.